Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Music Park Fan 62. It is Friday, October the 27th at about 5:43. In today's video, I'm here to talk about last minute Halloween things you can do. Now, please note this. Am I saying you have to redo everything you've done? No, absolutely not. But I'm here to talk about certain things you can do that will make your life a lot better when it comes to certain things. So let's get started. First, um, with your decorations and such. Now, if you want to have kids just come up the walkway, get their candy, and leave, and you don't want people stepping in your yard, the best thing to do is get like caution tape or anything like that. It doesn't have to be caution tape. You can make it Halloween themed and have it where they can just kind of come up and come back. Now, there will be times where you will get some of those kids who will want to do that sort of thing, where kind of go through their yard. So just advise them to please just follow the pathway. Next thing is this: if you do a maze sort of attraction for uh, Halloween, do that as well. The caution tape, so they know where to go. But also, the best thing to do would be have a sign in the front that's lit up. Now, I don't mean by a strobe light or anything like that. I mean just a light of some sort. It can be a clear light, it can be a colored light, whatever. And have it say, like, this attraction has um, artificial fog, it has latex, it has this, it has that, just so people are aware. Because there are people out there who are not exposed, who cannot be exposed to artificial fog, who can't be exposed to latex masks, so forth. This way, if you would have to go to court over something due to uh, somebody maybe not being able to breathe the artificial fog, maybe somebody's allergic to latex mask and they have an outbreak, or anything like that in particular, the best thing to do is to take a picture of that sign as well. That way, that could be one of your best defenses in court, if it would go to that. Now, the next thing is the candy. Now, you're thinking the candy. Yes. Unfortunately, there are kids out there who cannot have nuts or anything like that. So the best thing to do in this situation with that is get candy with and without nuts. The best thing to do is, if a kid says they cannot have nuts, get another bowl with the non-nut candy and give it to them in that. Also, you can get one of those very light blue, I forgot the exact name for those pumpkins. Give me like the Carrie pumpkins, or you can paint a pumpkin or anything like that, to show you are a nut-free house. Now, does that mean all your candy should be nut-free? No, absolutely not. But it's good to have that option as a just in case scenario. Now, if you have live actors, let them know in advance when to cut back. Because there are people out there, it can be kids, it can be teenagers, it can be adults, who unfortunately cannot take that sort of stuff. I have a friend who unfortunately cannot take or doesn't like the scary stuff. So stuff like King's Island's Halloween Haunt, Halloween Horror Nights, stuff like that. So unfortunately, that's the reason why. So the best thing to do is to let them know when to cut back. If a kid is physically crying, yeah, they need to cut it down. Now, if you do something like that as a charity, the best thing to do as well is to have a sign for the charity. Even better if you can get somebody from the charity to be at the haunt. That way they can answer any questions that may come up about the charity, what it's for, so forth. Now, kid friendly. Now, you need to have something that smaller kids can enjoy. Because unfortunately, with smaller kids, they don't know any better. So that's the reason why, with smaller children, they can't do the big things. So if you have a charity, like I just said, have stuff for the smaller children as well. So you can do everything from like maybe a bouncy house to pumpkin painting to whatever, stuff like that that they can enjoy. The next thing is the last thing I should say is to know when to call it quits for the night, or keep an eye on the weather. Unfortunately, especially this time of year, weather is so unpredictable. Doesn't matter where you are. So that's the reason why you need to keep an eye on the weather to know or to tell your actors, for example, hey, wear something underneath. It's going to get cold. Or if you're in certain areas like Florida, Texas, maybe Southern California, Arizona, and it's going to be hot, have them get stuff like waters, not energy drinks, Gatorades, Powerades, stuff like that, where if they're going to sweat, they can take a sip when they're not scared. That way, that will really help you out with them. Also, the best thing to do, especially with your volunteers, is appreciate them for taking time out of their day or night to do this for you. So maybe provide them with pizza, sodas, stuff like that to really help them out. Or back to what I said about the water and Gatorades and stuff, maybe provide that for them. Stuff like that. Now, the last thing is this. If you need to see the signs if a child is in danger. Now, typically, you hope you never have to see a child in danger of any sorts, such as, running from an abusive parent or whatever, but learn the signs. So if they come up crying, stuff like that, know something is not right. As you hope that's never the case, but unfortunately, especially with some people can take that sort of stuff too far. So, if that happens, the best thing to do is call the police and let them deal with it from there. Because unfortunately, there's not much other than comforting the child till the police come that you can do. If you can think of anything else, put them down below. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, put them down below.